Beneath the surface. Welcome to the Saucy Roots Front Porch Project. If you've been here before, welcome back. Welcome back to the porch. We are in the season of observation. And this week on the Sabbath Reflection, we're going to talk about beneath the surface. What goes on beneath the surface? There are stories upon stories that lay the foundation of every personal story. There are thousands upon thousands of anchoring and feeder roots right beneath every tree. There are shifting currents and changing tides that control the ocean's movement. And there are patterns upon patterns that lie at the base. They're layering the cause and effect and reactions beneath every life. Beneath the surface of each of our individual narratives lies a foundation that anchors and nourishes the roots of our communities and our societies. They're not just mere tales, but they're guiding forces that shape our beliefs about how we live, our perceptions of how we need to live in the space that we've found ourselves rooted in, and the actions we take to maintain our communities as they exist. They're the shifts and the changes that lead us to new experiences, new places, and new patterns in every aspect of existence. What we see immediately is the effect of those patterns, the shifting currents, where our roots are planted in the stories that we tell ourselves. Much of what truly matters cannot be seen immediately. The farmer, the gardener, the artist, the writer, and the musician, they all understand this. The growth of a garden starts in the darkness of the soil. The fields planted just before winter will grow into spring's early abundance. And the words or the notes across the page, well, they only come from hidden thought, where we cannot see the workings of the mind of the producer or the creator. Is it not said that every good deed done in love will give a harvest? Is it not said that if we scatter seeds and we do not understand the workings of the growth, we will still understand when the harvest is ready? Then what is the purpose of living in a world obsessed with visible results when we lack the patience to let things root, grow, and bear fruit in their time? We've become people who nearly demand the immediate clarity of all of our actions. We want to know the immediate whys, right? The immediate healing of all the weeping and the wailings of the world, and the immediate answers to the questions that linger far beyond our comprehension, even if the answers were given. We still want clarity. Mark 4:26 through 29, it shares the parable of growing seeds, emphasizing the need for patience and faith in the growth process. Like a seed that eventually becomes a tree, our dreams, goals, and relationships, they all need time and care to thrive. Although results may be instantly visible, or they may not be instantly visible in this case, maintaining trust and perseverance ensures that in time we will enjoy the rewards of our dedicated efforts that are all fueled by love. Isaiah 30:25 represents abundance and prosperity resulting from aligning with the natural rhythms of the universe and working harmoniously with nature and with the divine will, or with God's will, however you want to say it, and planting seeds of success and fulfillment. It emphasizes the importance of remaining rooted in our beliefs and our values, no matter what changes, challenges, or uncertainties that we face, all with the understanding that love-based efforts will eventually bear fruit. Psalms 46:10 calls for stillness and reflection, urging us to be present and silent in the whispers of our hearts, to pause, breathe, and connect with our inner selves. Because in this silence, this is where we can hear guidance towards our true path and our purposes. Lastly, in Galatians 6:9, it encourages us not to just grow weary of doing good in love, because for one thing, love's not going to grow weary in doing good things. For in due season, we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. It reminds us that perseverance, resilience, and unwavering faith are the keys to overcoming our obstacles. We must continue to sow seeds of compassion, kindness, and love, knowing that our actions can create a ripple effect of transformation. It's also being said that we must not fear, but have strength and courage. So if we're free from fear, we're free from pacing, and we're free from nail biting, right? Biting our fingernails. We're free from that. So if we are, then when the earth spits out control, we will then be sure and fearless. When the mountains crumble and the waters run wild, we will then be sure and fearless. So how are we believing? Which pattern is really ruling our lives? Through observation. If you have read through the article on Substack or listened to the podcast through Substack, we're learning about how to collect our observations for the last couple weeks. We've put them in tins or we've put them in cardboard boxes. It's just paying attention to what rhythms and what patterns that we're starting to notice, and we're writing them down and we're stockpiling them. So what we're doing is we're going to learn to trust what is happening beneath the surface because it's there. We're witnessing it. We are learning to stretch our roots into the good soil, to watch the tides and the seasons change, and to create a wonder-filled life based on a faith unbound by any seed shell. As Sabbath begins, ponder what may be quietly growing within you. For when we return to rest in the darkness or at any time, our trust will find strength. If we pause long enough to set aside our rush and our self-reliance, and we focus on the growth of roots in deeper patience, and we let the living waters flow over our softened hearts, we will see and come to understand that the paint strokes of our lives are not whimsy, but each paint stroke is intentionally laid, and that the chaos of those old wounds becomes the harmony that we so sweetly desire. We may not see the fruit of our actions right away. We may not have to wait for the early spring harvest, but that does not mean that winter destroys everything in its cold snaps. It simply means that the roots are still growing, the stem, well, it's still developing, and the leaves are still continuing their hidden work. We just need to be still and understand who is honored among the nations and all over the earth, because it's His work that continues even when we see no immediate result. Stories are often testaments to the resilience of the human spirit, displaying power, hope, and determination. Stories, they're more than just they're just more than words on the page, or they're more than just songs in the air. They are the foundation on which we build our individual lives and the lives we are as people living and growing together. Stories anchor us. They keep us grounded. And in a spirit of unity, as Jesus describes in John 14, they shape us and our lives. They shape our destinies. They illuminate our paths, and they inspire us to live lives of purpose, goodness, freedom, beauty, love, and truth. As we enter another Sabbath, ponder to celebrate the early spring harvest of what lies deep within your current season. Release the relentless need to measure your progress and let's just say, and may we never grow tired of doing good in love. Just stay doing good in love. For our persistence will, in time, it will reap a harvest that we hope for and intended. Simply be still and rest in the knowledge that God is present in both visible and invisible growth.